All praise to the unity of God, and all honor to Him, the sovereign Lord, the incomparable and all-glorious ruler of the universe, who, out of utter nothingness, hath created the reality of all things, who, from naught, hath brought into being the most refined and subtle elements of His creation, and who, rescuing His creatures from the abasement of remoteness and the perils of ultimate extinction, hath received them into His kingdom of incorruptible glory. Nothing short of His all-encompassing grace, His all-pervading mercy, could have possibly achieved it. How could it otherwise have been possible for sheer nothingness to have acquired by itself the worthiness and capacity to emerge from its state of non-existence into the realm of being? Invested, though each day may be, with its preordained share of God's wondrous grace, the days immediately associated with the manifestation of God possess a unique distinction and occupy a station which no mind can ever comprehend. Such is the virtue infused into them, that if the hearts of all that dwell in the heavens and the earth were in those days of everlasting delight to be brought face to face with that day-star of unfading glory, and attuned to His will, each would find itself exalted above all earthly things, radiant with His light, and sanctified through His grace. All hail to this grace, which no blessing, however great, can excel, and all honor to such a loving kindness, the like of which the eye of creation hath not seen. Exalted is He above that which they attribute unto Him or recount about Him. If any man were to arise to defend in his writings the cause of God against its assailants, such a man, however inconsiderable his share, shall be so honored in the world to come that the concourse on high would envy his glory. No pen can depict the loftiness of his station, neither can any tongue describe its splendor. For whosoever standeth firm and steadfast in this holy, this glorious and exalted revelation, such power shall be given to him as to enable him to face and withstand all that is in heaven and on earth. Of this God is Himself a witness. Pay thou no heed to the humiliation to which the loved ones of God have in this day been subjected. This humiliation is the pride and glory of all temporal honor and worldly elevation. What greater honor can be imagined than the honor conferred by the tongue of the Ancient of Days when He calleth to remembrance His loved ones in His most great prison? The day is approaching when the intervening clouds will have been completely dissipated, when the light of the words, "All honor belongeth unto God and unto them that love Him," will have appeared as manifest as the sun above the horizon of the will of the Almighty. All men, be they high or low, have sought and are still seeking so great an honor. All, however, have, as soon as the Sun of Truth shed its radiance upon the world, been deprived of its benefits, and have been shut out as by a veil from its glory, except them that have clung to the cord of the unfailing providence of the one true God, and have, with complete detachment from all else but Him, turned their faces towards His holy court. Render thanks unto Him who is the desire of all worlds, for having invested thee with such high honor. Ere long, the world and all that is therein shall be as a thing forgotten, and all honor shall belong to the loved ones of thy Lord, the all-glorious, the most bountiful. Know thou assuredly that the essence of all the prophets of God is one and the same. Their unity is absolute. God the Creator saith, "There is no distinction whatsoever among the bearers of my message. They all have but one purpose. Their secret is the same secret, to prefer one in honor to another, to exalt certain ones above the rest, is in no wise to be permitted. Every true prophet hath regarded his message as fundamentally the same as the revelation of every other prophet gone before him. These manifestations of God have each a twofold station. One is the station of pure abstraction and essential unity. In this respect, if thou callest them all by one name, and dost ascribe to them the same attributes, Thou hast not erred from the truth. Even as he hath revealed, no distinction do we make between any of his messengers. For they, one and all, summon the people of the earth to acknowledge the unity of God, and herald unto them the cathar of an infinite grace and bounty. They are all invested with a robe of prophethood, and are honored with a mantle of glory. Amongst the proofs demonstrating the truth of this revelation is this, that in every age and dispensation, whenever the invisible essence was revealed in the person of his manifestation, certain souls, obscure and detached from all worldly entanglements, would seek illumination from the sun of prophethood and moon of divine guidance, and would attain unto the divine presence. For this reason, the divines of the age and those possessed of wealth would scorn and scoff at these people. Their aim was to show that no one amongst the learned, the wealthy, and the renowned believed in them. By this and similar proofs, they sought to demonstrate the falsity of him that speaketh not but the truth. In this most resplendent dispensation, however, this most mighty sovereignty, a number of illumined divines, of men of consummate learning, of doctors of mature wisdom, have attained unto his court, drunk the cup of his divine presence, and been invested with the honor of his most excellent favor. They have renounced, for the sake of the beloved, the world and all that is therein. By what law or standard could men be justified in cleaving to the denials of such petty-minded souls, and in ignoring the faith of them that have renounced, for the sake of the good pleasure of God, their life and substance, their fame and renown, their reputation and honor? With what love, what devotion, what exultation and holy rapture they sacrificed their lives in the path of the All-Glorious. To the truth of this all witness. And yet, how can they belittle this revelation? Hath any age witnessed such momentous happenings? If these companions be not the true strivers after God, who else could be called by this name? Have these companions been seekers after power or glory? Have they ever yearned for riches? Have they cherished any desire except the good pleasure of God? If these companions, with all their marvelous testimonies and wondrous works, be false, who then is worthy to claim for himself the truth? I swear by God, their very deeds are a sufficient testimony, and an irrefutable proof unto all the peoples of the earth, were men to ponder in their hearts the mysteries of divine revelation. Whoso hath searched the depths of the oceans that lie hid within these exalted words, and fathomed their import, can be said to have discovered a glimmer of the unspeakable glory with which this mighty, this sublime, and most holy revelation hath been endowed. From the excellence of so great a revelation, the honor with which its faithful followers must needs be invested can be well imagined. By the righteousness of the one true God, the very breath of these souls is in itself richer than all the treasures of the earth. Happy is the man that hath attained thereunto, and woe betide the heedless. Lauded and glorified art thou, O Lord my God. Thou art he who from everlasting hath been clothed with majesty, with authority and power, and will continue unto everlasting to be arrayed with honor, with strength and glory. The learned, one and all, stand aghast before the signs and tokens of thy handiwork, while the wise find themselves, without exception, impotent to unravel the mystery of them who are the manifestations of thy might and power. Every man of insight hath confessed his powerlessness to scale the heights of thy knowledge, and every man of learning hath acknowledged his failure to fathom the nature of thine essence.
Oh.